Of electing its first female president. Polls showed Dilma Rousseff as the front-runner heading into Sunday's voting. Rousseff is a former Marxist guerrilla who's enjoying an endorsement from Brazil's popular outgoing president. Our Shasta Darlington is live in Rio de Janeiro with the latest on the voting there. Shasta, certainly it seems this election has created a lot of excitement.
Well, that's right. We actually just got back from a few of the polling centers. We went down to some of the wealthy neighborhoods along the beach in Rio de Janeiro. And then we went to the Rocinha favela, a shanty town. And there they've turned the Carnival Samba School into a polling site. Not surprisingly, most of the people we talked to said they're going to vote for Dilma Rousseff. And that's because she is President Lula's candidate. She was handpicked by him. And, well, a lot of people credit him with helping bring 20 million people out of poverty into the lower and lower middle class. So that means that people in this favela, for the first time, were buying things like microwaves, refrigerators, and cars. And they think that Dilma Rousseff is the candidate who can continue those policies. However, the latest polls show that even though she's well ahead of the other candidates, she's barely squeaking by with the majority needed to avoid a runoff. So it looks like we'll really be waiting down to the wire around midnight tonight to find out whether she is indeed the country's new president, the first female president, or whether everyone will head back to the polls at the end of the month.
So I did not realize this, and I just learned this recently, that 16-year-olds are actually allowed to vote in Brazil. So when you talk to young people there, a 16 or 17-year-old, what are the issues on their mind?
It's almost more class-related than age-related, but obviously younger people are concerned about having jobs, creating more jobs, while the lower classes think that President Lula did a great job at that. In fact, during his terms, during the last few years, the economy has been growing at an amazing 7% on average. So they want to see this economic growth continue, but there are a lot of problems to keeping that speed. What we're looking at is a pretty poor education system. Everyone across the board agrees that there just won't be the trained workforce, the educated workforce needed to keep growing at this pace. They also have problems with infrastructure. A lot of the exports that Brazil has, we're talking soybeans, coffee, steel, iron ore. A lot of these can't even make it to port sometimes because the road system is so poor, because there isn't really a railroad system. And these are problems that are going to have to be dealt with for young people to be ensured that they're going to have jobs down the road.
All right. Thank you so much, Shasta Darlington, live in Rio de Janeiro.